This is the Bishop Gorman High football program, the three-time defending national champions, and we're live on Facebook. So everybody from Gorman, this is Coach Sanchez and his players.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
And Balaye.
Wow, Coach, I think every year you come in and I'm like, wow, you guys just won the national championship. How do you prevent the kids from getting complacent? You guys go and win another championship. So I'm going to ask the same question to start with. How do you prevent yourself from getting complacent?
I'm going to give you the same answer. We get back in the weight room on January when we get off a break and we get back to grinding. And, you know, every year it's a new group that starts to come together, right? You have your JV kids that start coming up. We have a couple freshman kids that we pull up, so then we have some sophomores. So we still have a good group of juniors that are now still on the team. But, you know, the nucleus is starting to be built with what's there now throughout January, February, March, and then we get into spring ball. So, I don't know. I think our kids just right now just start to work really hard in the off season, and they start to build their own. They start to get their own tradition going and try to compete against the class before, maybe the class before that, and understand that we're all Gales, but at the same time, it's kind of fun to try to outdo that class before that.
Sure. I mean, I think this year possibly a little different because you had a group of 8 to 10 players who were three-year, not only starters, but guys who really drove the bus for you. The fact that you have to replace so much and you're going to rely on unproven players who we may know of and then people who we just don't know of. Does that change the dynamic, or how does that change the dynamic for you guys?
Yeah, well, I hope it gives the kids that didn't play so much last year, a better opportunity this year to prove themselves. I mean, I think anyone who's an athlete and thrives on competition, who now has the opportunity to do that, should now thrive to live in that moment. I mean, it's an opportunity for these kids now that weren't part of that class, or weren't part of those 8, 10 kids that did grow up or that go through the program as a sophomore, junior, seniors. Now they have their time now to start and to play on ESPN and play in front of these big games, and then to prove themselves to not only their teammates and everyone else out there, but also themselves that hey, they can do that. So I think that is incentive enough.
Yeah, Dorian, you guys are a consensus top 5 team, but not the #1 team. Does that provide motivation, or how does that motivate you guys, knowing that whomever the experts may be, not me, thinks that there could be 4 or 5 teams better than you guys?
Oh yeah, this team we really don't care what other people have to say. We're going to focus on ourselves and just take it day by day and just be ready for that first game. So that's really all we're focused on right now. So.
Sure. I think a lot of folks, they're very eager to watch you play, knowing that you're such a celebrated player. Does the offense, or how does the offense change with you at quarterback? Are we going to see any different wrinkles?
I mean, it really doesn't change at all. We're going to be running the same stuff that Tate ran. So, yeah, I mean, the offense is going to be staying the same. So.
Sure. Defensively, you guys lose a lot on the back end. What's going to be the key at slowing some teams down?
Just teamwork overall, and just communication and working as one unit. And if we can do that, August 25th, it's going to be something special. It's going to be a good game.
Sure. It's another tough schedule to open the season. Teams back-to-back weeks or in the top 10 or 15. Having gone through that 2 other seasons, how does that give you guys an advantage, kind of knowing what to expect?
I mean, we were once young guys, so I mean, just playing back in these big games, we got a lot of expertise in it. We played in it, so it allows us as leaders to help the younger guys step up and just bond as a team. Sure.
So you're committed to USC, you're committed to UCLA, right? So they don't like each other. Are you going to sack him potentially in a few years?
Definitely, but we'll see in a few years.
Sure. Coach, locally, there's a lot of teams over in the Sunset who are chomping at the bit to crack at you. Arborview, Legacy's got a really good quarterback who I like. Faith Lutheran gave you guys a few good drives last year. Your assessment of the other teams that you guys are going to be competing with in league play?
Yeah, I mean, I can assess them from last year. I'm not sure how well they're going to be this year. I can assume that those teams that have been consistently good for the past couple of years are going to continue to get better, and rightfully so. And we want that. We'll thrive on competition, and I think throughout the city. I mean, I'm going on 9 years of being here. It's been a lot better in 2009 when we got here as opposed to now. And there's a lot of talent in this city. There's a lot better coaching now, and like Coach Morocco said, a lot more consistency with coaches staying at their schools. I think overall that's just better for the city. But we'll focus on what we do, and whoever we play, when we play them, it's like I said, it's all about the competition, and whoever's in front of us, we're going to try to beat them at our game.
Yeah, one game at a time.
That's it, man.
Yeah. Hey, the Bishop Gorman Gale, shout out to South Point for hosting us. And Metro Diner, where locals eat. Good luck this season. Can't wait for those games on TV. Everybody's going to be rooting for y'all.
Thanks, Ray.
Yes, sir.